Hey Cancer, welcome to your November 2024 weekly reading. It's going to be a reading from November 11th until the 17th. I hope you're doing well. We're just going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in. And we're going to take a look and see what's going on with you. A lot of energy happening this week. We are having a full moon this week. It will be conjunct Uranus, which is a planet that does deal with unpredictability, sudden changes. Could be breakthroughs as well, innovations. We're also having Saturn come direct this week as well, and we're going to be having Mars trine the North Node. There's some other things happening astrologically, but those are the things that are really coming up as I'm pulling these cards here for you. I feel like what you've been going through here recently, Cancer, with this Five of Cups being the overall energy, is this energy of feeling disappointed, could even be feeling drained, emotionally exhausted. There's been challenges, obstacles, and I think there's things right now that you need that you don't have at this time. And I'm going to explain this here in a moment. But I think you're desiring more. I think you're desiring change here. I think whatever it is you're going through, though, is really going to motivate you. I feel like it's already motivating you here. I'm not saying your life is all doom and gloom, right? But that Five of Cups, there definitely is something here that has been disappointing. Let's take a look here. You pulled this Aries card. It says act here, and here it is. Aries is popping out, and that's where the North Node is. It said Mars is trining the North Node. We have Mars in Leo right now. It's going to trine the North Node here in Aries this week. So, and that's what I see here as well in your future position, the Two of Wands. Is if there's been challenges and obstacles with that Five of Cups for your overall energy, this Two of Wands in the future and the astrological alignment that's going on, this is going to allow for you to be able to take more decisive, empowered action here that's going to help you align with your best timeline for yourself here. And I'll explain more as I go along here, but let's see here. He pulled this Wisdom card here. And, obviously, you may hear this a lot, like people say, like, listen to your intuition or use your wisdom here. I think you naturally are, though, a very wise sign. And it's interesting because Saturn will come direct in Pisces in the 9th house. The 9th house for you is Pisces, and it is the house of wisdom, higher levels of education, learning, guides, mentors. But it falls in the category of wisdom. And with Saturn coming direct, I think there's going to be some type of newer information or knowledge here that you're going to be able to concretely use for yourself to help you implement change here this week. Saturn's stopped and stationed right now, so it just feels like when it comes to time, Saturn rules time, it can just feel slow. It can feel confusing, disorienting, maybe feeling like you don't know what your beliefs are at this time. You don't know what to believe. You don't know, maybe there's a lack of positivity, right, with the 9th house. But I think this is the week, though, to where you start to find that deeper wisdom. Pisces is the researcher. So if you are doing research at this time in regards to any challenges and obstacles that you're facing, or if you start to do that this week, I feel like you'll find here some stuff that's going to help you here. Because this reading isn't bad, but it's interesting, though, because you don't have any major arcanas in this read, so I don't really sense that I feel like these are all sort of just mundane things with the minor arcana, like these mundane obstacles, challenges, and energies here. You pull this Deep Diver card. It says diving into a task, and that's that Saturn energy here. That's that Saturn energy. Also, we're going to have Venus square the nodes this week with that full moon. And so there's definitely a lot of energy here. Of course, I want to talk about the transits, but I'm trying to tie it into the reading as it relates, right? I don't want to go off on tangents. So let's see here. But there's definitely something deep here that you're going into. You're being advised to go deep into something here, to break through the surface, to penetrate the surface here. And I think really with Mars trying the North Node here this week, this is your opportunity, like of new doors opening for you, or just your path becoming more clear. And especially with Saturn coming direct, like your path becoming more clear and you gaining traction. Sometimes I see Saturn and Pisces retrograde as like spinning your wheels, and it kind of feels like there's no traction, like you're not moving anywhere, like time isn't moving, or just things feel slow, or you feel stuck. All right, let's go ahead and get into your tarot. You pulled the Five of Cups here for your overall energy. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about, the disappointment, sadness, grief. Because I feel like you're desiring more. And right now, it's like you're wanting to have more for yourself, with the Six of Pentacles being in the challenge. But I will say this, though. The Four of Cups, as your advice, is saying to appreciate the blessings that you do have in your life at this time, while also at the same time striving for more and creating more here for yourself. But the Four of Cups says take advantage of the moment of time, and take advantage of the moment in time right now. The opportunity lies in the moment right now. Four of Cups is the closed off heart. It's when we close our hearts off to change, or to being receptive to newer things, or it's the woe is me, so we can just sort of become disconnected. But I feel like Spirit's really wanting you to take action here with this Aries card, and that's also what the Two of Wands is here in your future. So it's like something here this week is going to show you the direction. It's like the way I kind of look at the Mars trine the North Node is, you ever seen train tracks? I don't know if it's like train tracks, but it's like tracks that align with so like you're trying to go that way, but the tracks are facing this way at this time. But as time goes, like the tracks start to shift and they align with the direction in which you're wanting to go. That's how I see Mars making aspects to the nodes. So this is your moment and opportunity here for you to start to take action, and you'll have that clear pathway here toward what it is that you're desiring at this time. And you may ultimately make a really big change here with this Ten of Swords in the outcome. Like you may put an end to something here, or just get yourself unstuck, get yourself out of a cycle here. I pick up you could have been in some sort of cycle, like it's been this repetitive cycle, and I think with this Ten of Swords is you breaking that cycle here. You have the Three of Wands in your current energy at this time. I like your current energy. Even though you're going through things, I feel like you're looking forward to the future. Like you're not going to let whatever happened in the past, or even whatever's going on in your present moment, to drag you down. You have the Queen of Wands in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Yeah, Queen of Wands saying embrace an attitude of optimism, of joy, positivity here. And I think you're a lot better at things than you think you are. You're a lot smarter than you think you are too. And I think with Saturn really coming direct in your 9th house it's going to make you realize that. It's going to make you, it's almost as if it's going to show you that you can rely on your wisdom and your creativity. Because even with that full moon that's happening, it's in Taurus, and the Six of Pentacles, ironically, is moon in Taurus, and it's in the challenge. Full moons can be challenging, right? Especially if it's conjunct Uranus. Uranus, like I said, it's unpredictability, sudden changes, shifts here. I would, Four Cups is, I would expect the unexpected and not place high expectations on things, but just take things as they come this week, Cancer. Because ultimately what I feel like you're releasing is, what it is I feel like you're finding is actually a deeper level of creativity and understanding about yourself and what makes you happy. And you're releasing the societal expectations or community expectations. And you're going off of what your heart actually wants with this Queen of Wands in the position of something you're unaware of, which is following and listening to your heart. Let's clarify your read. Definitely an interesting energy with Venus square the nodes this week. So Venus square the nodes is the exact same day as Saturn coming direct, and with the full moon conjunct Uranus. And we have to remember that the ruling planet of where Venus will be in Capricorn is Saturn. So Saturn comes direct Okay, so Saturn's coming direct. We have Venus here in Capricorn that's squaring the nodes. Now the sun and the moon, the sun's in Taurus, or sorry, the sun's in Scorpio, the moon's in Taurus. So the ruling planets of the full moon and the full moon aspects are Mars and Venus. Venus squaring the nodes. So if we take a look at where Mars actually is, it's in Leo. It's making a trine to the north node. This may be having to, I mean, it's kind of rough with Venus and Capricorn square the nodes. It can feel this, you can feel this pressure, trying to understand like your attachments to the past and how it's affecting like your work or how it's affecting your goals and your ambitions, and trying to really trying to figure out also how you can self-govern yourself better to be able to accomplish your goals and receive the things that you want. And then Mars being that trine to the north node, it's like, okay, well, I need to find courage and strength and conviction and tap into my own authority, Mars and Leo. Trine the north node in Aries, and not overly rely or overly depend or judge myself or compare myself to others. Clarify the Five of Cups here. Yeah, you pull this ancient wisdom. It says Sphinx here. So I think you're learning through some type of experience here that you've been going through. It's been quite disappointing. That's why I don't feel like this Five of Cups is anything new. I think this is something that you've already been dealing with. Clarify the Three of Wands in your current energy. You pull this Hammer card, Forge. So I think right now you're just forging your future, Three of Wands. And while you're forging your future, I see you also, willing to see what happens through making these changes. Clarify the Six of Pentacles. You pulled this Fish card. It says intuition. And I think your challenge right now is like you're trying to figure out how you can feel better. I got to be real. Moon and Taurus is about feeling good. And I think you're trying to feel, and that's what the Six of Pentacles is, Moon and Taurus. I think you're trying to feel better here. And it's interesting that your advice is the Four of Cups. It's Moon and Cancer. So it's your energy. And Moon and Cancer is very much, it's about putting yourself in the environment or creating an environment for yourself that gives you that sense of comfort and stability. And that gives you that sense of consistent rhythm of nourishment, peace, stability. And I think also your advice is saying, yes, create that for yourself, but don't allow yourself to slip into a comfort zone. Because there's Two of Wands in your future as you tapping into the boldness of your spirit. You pull this Hand Reciprocity card with the Two of Wands and reaching out and going and grabbing what it is that you want. And it may require for you to, get uncomfortable. But it's like, again, it's like the divine timing of something. And this is your moment in time, window in time here to take action. Clarify the Ten of Swords in the outcome. You pull this Dog. It says loyalty here. Give me one more. You pull this Flower Bouquet. It says potential here. Yeah. And I don't think this Ten of Swords is like a malefic energy. I think it's more of a benefic change that you're making here, because I sense here, because you pulled the Wisdom card, Ten of Swords is Gemini, and it rules the third house, right? And the third house mirrors the ninth house. The ninth house is higher levels of education, learning. The third house is what it is that you already know. It also is, third house, also like your self-interest. So your self-interest in things could be changing. You may be wanting to start new ventures, and I would definitely do that, especially with Saturn coming direct. Especially Saturn coming direct here in your ninth house. Opening yourself up to a bigger journey here, or exploring more. Clarify the Four of Cups in your challenge. You pull this Grapes Blessings card, your advice. Yeah, and that's what I was saying, is like count your blessings that you have right now. But at the same time, don't close yourself off to even more blessings that are out there. Clarify the Queen of Wands. You pulled this Coffin card. It says inevitable. So the transformation, the changes here that you're making, the things that you're having to let go of, they're almost inevitable here. I think you're realizing like it's time to make changes, or it's time to pivot, or it's time to shift. But I think instead of, instead of being upset about it, the Queen of Wands is telling you to embrace like a more positive attitude and mindset about it, and follow your heart and listen to your intuition, and don't try to overly control things here. Let's see here. You pull this Aquarius card, it says collaborate. So yeah, I think right now when it comes to your sense of self, I think you're wanting to take more control of it's almost like you want to kind of connect with the right people here, or Cancer. And I think I also pick up this energy too, to where when it comes to career, I think you're wanting to make these deeper transformations when it comes to career. It's like maybe you've been investing your time and energy into the wrong place, or maybe you just don't want to invest your time and energy into certain things anymore. Maybe you're wanting to change it. And right now, Spirit's really encouraging you here to look for those hidden opportunities by searching deeply at this time for the things that you're looking for. You will discover it this week. You pulled this diligence card. I just think right now it's like you're looking for positivity. You pulled this galactic mushroom card. It says the divine matrix. And it says deep diving into a task here, right? The deep diver card. So I think right now, it's like right now you're unaware of things. Like everything that you're desiring, that you're wanting, is actually really out there. And it's almost as if you were to look, you will find it. And that's what I get with this Two of Wands and this hand reciprocity card. This is like reaching your hand out to the universe, especially if you feel like you're in an energy of purgatory. It's like reaching your hand out and letting the universe or God or spirit or the divine help guide you. Because there definitely is an energy of fate and divine timing this week, with Mars trining the nodes, on a full moon, with Venus square the nodes. There's a lot of fated things. But the Five of Cups can sometimes be to where it's like we could be struggling, which I'm not saying this is you, but we don't reach our hand out to the divine, to God, right? And have faith that if we extend ourselves, we will get reciprocation. Right, whether God shows up or whatever, God shows up, whatever it is you believe in, right? God, spirit, the divine shows up through other people, through an opportunity, through your intuitive voice that guides you. Pull this Eight of Swords, Nine of Wands, and Nine of Cups. I pulled a final outcome here for you. I think what I get for the final outcome is Nine of Cups is about having faith, trust, and belief that things will work out, right? You don't know all the answers, but you're willing to have an abstract consciousness to be like, you know what? I know that, I will be successful, or I will be led to the right things. But the Eight of Swords is the challenge with this Knight of Wands, because Knight of Wands, Nine of Cups energy is like, yeah, I believe in myself. I know I know what will happen for me. I'm going to take action. But the Eight of Swords is where we can get stuck in a pessimistic mindset, or thinking, or our consciousness can be very narrow in our perspective, or with our perspective, and we don't even know why. We could be attached to certain beliefs or dogmas or mindsets that we're blinded by with the Eight of Swords. And so the only way to really unshackle yourself, or to untie yourself, is to look within and see, what are my limiting beliefs? Like, what is this? What certain mindsets am I carrying? Or what are certain thoughts here that aren't aiding to my success or helping me make positive change? Or what do I think is true that really needs to be questioned, because it may not be true? And then once you do that, you're able to free yourself. And then you start to see Nine of Cups, Pisces, Jupiter and Pisces. Your consciousness starts to expand. You start to learn. You start to grow. And things that you were unaware of, you start to become aware of. And you start to feel the magic again. And you have that deeper knowledge and understanding of things, which is infusing you with a new belief, but also with the Knight of Wands, newer confidence. So I think this week you are putting it into an old way of thinking and doing things and relating to things and changing up the environment and changing up, what you subject yourself to, because this is your chance here to really get unstuck from, I feel like it's this cycle, this pattern that you've been in. And I think you're starting to understand and learn and grow and become aware of like, oh, okay, like I now see that this isn't working. So that's what I got for you, Cancer, in your weekly reading. I appreciate you for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. If you click that link, it'll take you straight to my website. If you're newer to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe. And if you like the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button for me. Otherwise than that, Cancer, I'm wishing you the best, and I'll see you in your next video.